Wild Hunt sailed aboard the Naglfair, a giant longship that traveled between worlds. As Gels had advised, the Witcher set out to find the Sunstone, an artifact needed to draw Honorton into a trap.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Or actually, I forgot to do something.
What if I disappear again tomorrow? For good this time, like my mother did. I feel like I shouldn't see anyone who
Should be better like that.
is fond of me. At least not until we defeat the Wild
Well.
Hunt. We can always drop you back on the Isle of Mist. Thanks a lot.
Brief summary. I finished Avallac'h's quest in the previous part. I helped Ciri, and we went to Skellige, and I helped sorceresses as well. I think, or no, maybe not. In any case, we are in Skellige, and we continue the main line. I continue the main line. The main quest. I need to speak with Krach. I need to find the Sunstone. But in order to find the Sunstone, I need to speak with Emhyr. And I need to liberate Fringilla Vigo. And I think this is what I'll do right now. I will start with the Fringilla quest.
Yes, Geralt?
So long, Triss.
Geralt?
Yen, can we talk?
Why? So you can ask me if we can remain friends despite all?
No, I mean...
Come now, Geralt. I know you. Well enough to know exactly what's going on with you and Triss. Now, I cannot say I'm not tempted to, intervene, but I believe I'll let it lie this time. How about that? You came here to fumble your way through an explanation, yet instead of enjoying the show, I went and did your job for you.
Seems so.
But now, enough of this maudlin business. We've something to do, remember?
Thanks, Yen. See you later.
Oh, you make a fine
Well, of
sailor.
course, if you don't let him speak, he's not gonna explain.
Whoa, stop flexing like that.
And you see, I feel like in every part I'm speaking about Yennefer and her bad character. But like, how can I explain it without being without sounding bad, without being aggressive? Though I'm not real aggressive. Where's the ship? Okay, I see. So I feel like because I'm constantly coming back to this topic, I feel like someone might think that I'm against Yennefer. Well, in reality, I'm not against Yennefer. It's just those traits of characters, you need to work on them in order to become a better human. there are people who believe that you can leave things the way they are. For example, certain people like to make sarcastic jokes or something like that. Now, as I mentioned previously, irony is fine sometimes, but sarcasm is toxic. Sarcasm is basically means mocking someone. So the problem is that Yennefer, she's being quite often sarcastic. Who's that? And in a lot of situations she's being bossy. And sarcasm is something that you need to work on. If you have a kind of a sarcastic nature, you need to transform sarcasm into irony to not be toxic. You can be ironical about certain things, but sarcasm doesn't give you anything, doesn't add anything positive to the conversation or dialogue, whatever. And so it's something that you need to work on. And so Yennefer got a lot of qualities like that. It doesn't mean that nobody's perfect. But you should understand, for example, if you get enraged or mad very easily, then you need to work on it, because clearly speaking with someone who is patient and adequate, it's way more attractive as a quality of a possible interlocutor. So you need to work on those qualities. But there are people who believe that, well, this is my personality and that's how I am. But no, that's not like that. You can work on your personality and you can get better. It's a little bit like working on your body. Some people practice sport What are they shooting? How did they find me? That's so weird. It's weird. What? In order to have a, I don't know, the most probably silliest example, the silliest example is the six-pack. In order to have a six-pack, you need to go to the gym and you need to make some exercises. You can expect that magically you'll have a six-pack. Or same goes for knowledge. How did they see me? I didn't understand it. That's weird. So you need to work on it. Same goes for your personal qualities. If you know that you have some weaknesses when you are because of certain situations, for example, you can drink you drink too much alcohol, during parties, and you end up always being drunk and doing some foolish things, then maybe you should stop visiting parties. Wow, I'm in a weird situation here. So that's it. You need to work on yourself. And this is what Yennefer doesn't seem to be doing. She even made a comment about it. She said, maybe, Geralt said something like, maybe you could stop, do this or that. And Yennefer said, yes, but that's not how you loved me, or something like that. So, maybe I should, they're shooting at me. I think I'll die again.
Hold! It's the Witcher! Emperor's orders!
So you need to work on those qualities. Yennefer, she doesn't seem to be working on those qualities, so...
When I was a boy, my parents brought me to Skellige.
That was the best example. Geralt wanted to speak with her, but the problem is that she didn't give him a parole, you know. He was... I'm doing it over and over again, and I can't manage to approach the ship, the flagship. Yeah. So instead of just listening to him,
Why? There's nothing here but crabs, harpies.
he decided to explain it with her own words. That's a problem. So it's hard to choose Yennefer. But that's not the case.
It's the Witcher! Emperor's orders! Stand down!
Stop shooting me. Why they keep shooting me? He's shouting to stop shooting, yet they keep shooting. I didn't understand that. That is weird.
When I was a boy, my parents brought me to Skellige once.
Under cover of
What
darkness.
for? Why? There's nothing here but crags, harpies, and
Oh,
plowing sea.
wow.
Boy, it was a delight to sail out and fishing. Quite the adventure.
It's because it's 6 a.m. Is it because of it? Because of that? Maybe I need to wait.
It's the Witcher! Stand
You know what? I'll try to meditate till midnight and try to do that, because it's kind of weird, because he shouts, "Don't shoot," yet they keep shooting. And I'm not sure what is happening.
What for? Why? There's nothing here but crags, harpies, and plowing sea.
They shoot at me. Why are they shooting at me? What can I say? It's complicated. Well, you can't even approach a ship because they start to shoot at you directly.
Brought me to Skellige once.
Which is weird.
What for? Why? There's nothing here but crags, harpies, and plowing sea.
Once again, they start to shoot at me. I don't understand it.
The king of the Wild Hunt sailed aboard the Naglfar, a giant longship that traveled between worlds. As Gels had advised, the Witcher set out to find the Sunstone, an artifact needed to draw Honorton into a trap.
Let's meditate. Let's hope they won't shoot me, because that is weird. And why are they one shot killing me? Some of archers, crossbowmen.
Yes, rotting in the bilge should teach him not to mock the commander. True. Though you must admit the weakness was a bit like that. Did you see the Vigo woman? She's not to leave her cabin. Also, merely to gaze at her is to commit treason, they say. That's so. I believe. Hold! It's the Witcher! Emperor's orders! Stand down!
Witcher, what a pleasant surprise.
Warm welcome. Thank you, Your Majesty.
You should have come with my daughter. Your welcome would have been different. Where is she?
Close.
Close, White Wolf, is what you are to decapitation. You're insolent because you believe I cannot afford to hurt you. And you're right. Yet that will change one day, when you are no longer indispensable, but disposable. But enough of that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What do you want?
Fringilla Vigo. Been told you promised Yennefer you'd free her. I can see. I know you're a busy man. So here's a letter. Ought to refresh your memory about the Lodge.
Even Yennefer's humblest requests seem like threats. I've always liked that about her. Very well, so be it.
Time I was on my way.
At last, a point we agree on. Guards, bring me Fringilla Vigo. You may remove her Dimeritian shackles. No introductions are necessary from what I've heard. Farewell.
Fringilla. Been a while. The other sorceresses, they're on Ginvale near Ardskellig. We could take a boat.
I'm sick to death of boats.
And I despise teleports, but have it your way. Let's go.
Fringilla Vigo. Philippa, a pleasure as always.
Come now, we need none of that. Fringilla, we must speak.
Oh my.
Wasn't that Yennefer who said we need to speak?
Whoa, stop flexing like that, you're making me nervous.
We need to speak, and she went in the opposite direction. That is weird. Okay. What I don't like about rulers, you see, and it's another reason what I Though they are still the same, don't get me wrong. Dijkstra is like that as well. But what I don't like about rulers, at least the way they're portrayed, I don't know, in the books or only in this game, it's how they speak with Geralt. They always think that he's arrogant. But in reality, it's them who are arrogant. Because everyone knows that Witchers, you cannot expect him to be, emotional or something like that. They don't have any emotions. Everyone knows that Witchers are kind of stripped of this, of emotions. At least the way they are in normal humans. So it's really weird how they are taking him for being, they think that he's being arrogant, while it's them who are, they're treating him like he's a, I don't know who. And it's the case for both Radovid and Emhyr. And Dijkstra is like that a little bit as well, but I feel like it's still, you can still speak more or less with Dijkstra. But it's true that he's kind of similar to Radovid and...
You've no respect for our customs. Not you.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh?
Wolf, did you see? The black dogs in their rickety tubs. They bay at our gates, seek to strike fear in our hearts.
Saw them all. Where's Ermion?
Went to see Lugas. An uncrate on the throne remains a thorn in his ass. Now he's seen the Black Ones, it pricks him even harder. The Druid's gone to reason with the dim-witted knob.
Think I'll join Ermion. Need to talk to him.
Go. And when you see that bloody twit Lugas, be sure and tell him... best not. The Druid knows what to say. Farewell.
Actually, now that I'm thinking, we're approaching the end. Because you will fight the Wild Hunt. You will kill Eredin. And you will, and then Ciri, and then we will see the ending.
Respect, Witcher.
Depends on whether Ciri survives or not, and that's it. So it's probably, I'm actually asking myself whether it's is the last part of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Maybe not, but maybe the next one will be the last one. I still have DLCs left that I didn't even touch, but
He not content to have the mightiest fleet take control of my oil.
You drink last night too?
I'll not kneel before an Oncrite, never. That clear to you?
You prefer to aid the Black Ones?
I'd sooner write the rights of bleeding Morhog than let Crack rule all Skellige.
And your men, what do they say? Will they follow you when the Jarls call you a traitor?
This here's my land, Druid. Watch your words.
Would you be king by Nilfgaard's grace?
That's your bark before you bite. Did Crack send you here for my head? Well then go ahead. Try to take it. Get him!
All together! Some kind of mutant!
time to end this.
We should not stay here.
Come here!
Attack! I'll watch ye die with pleasure.
Things went horribly wrong. Another bloodbath. Again, politics divides people. Super sad. You take one politic, someone else takes another politic, and you become enemies. Just because even though you want to achieve the same thing, the means that you want to use to achieve that goal are different. And so you disagree, and you make conflicts.
Well, Geralt, I see no row can occur in Skellige without your participation.
Mean and inaccurate, Emhyr. Seems to me I've missed quite a few.
The blood of Croc's blood sits upon the throne, and that is your doing. I'm afraid you've ignited a small civil war.
For ages, men had shed each other's blood in the quest for Skellige's crown. Politics as usual, just a difference of degree. Yet the bloody feast at Caer Trolda was different. It was dishonorable, treacherous, needed investigation. More Witcher's work. Work that culminated with the crowning of the Isle's new queen.
So, Clan Drummond will attack sooner than we expected, it seems.
Thought Croc sent you to negotiate an agreement with Lugos.
Ha! An agreement? Only Croc believes such a thing possible at this stage.
Mean I didn't actually ruin things for you?
Not this time. Lugos' death stands to change a great deal. His cousin, who will now be named Jarl, is a weak commander. Stupid. This war will start soon, end even sooner. But why have you returned to Skellige?
How's Sarah's handling things?
Has the makings of an excellent queen, if she would only flee her father's shadow. Everyone, Lugos excepted, declared their support for her. Yet the minute the Imperial fleet appeared on the horizon, the Jarl took matters into his own hands.
And Hjalmar?
The lads led 3 raids against the Imperial fleet, all against Crach's will, all failed. Yet he'll find volunteers for another.
Yeah, sounds like Hjalmar. Listen, Emhyr, know anything about the Sunstone? Legends place it somewhere in Skellige.
The mask of Urber's first, now the Sunstone. Monsters may rest easy. You've become a treasure hunter. I've never found the Enshe elves interesting. But there's a skald, Eyvind. He could help you. Once told me of some inaccessible caverns or ruins or some such.
Where will I find him?
Today? In Aramdjorn, doubtless. You might also ask the pearl divers, Erling and Matthias Fishlung. Of late, they hunt near the tip of the bay, eastern end.
Fishlung? Interesting.
So they call him. Submerges for hours at a time. None know how he does it, but I've my suspicions.
Not too fond of him.
It's nothing personal. I couldn't stand his father or grandfather either.
Thanks for your help.
One thing, Geralt. These caves are ruins. Matthias and Erling's ancestors would have looted them bare centuries ago were they not protected by some magic barrier. Take a sorceress with you. You must have brought at least one along.
Whole gaggle this time.
Gods protect us. No use complaining about the weather.
Probably our last moments.
To know when it's raining.
One of the last moments in this game.
Winds howling.
It's kind of funny because there are moments when you feel like it kind of becomes long and
You're looking to buy something? Well...
Oh, look. I didn't
How
have
about
one.
a few rounds of cards? Gwent specifically.
There are moments when you think that it's kind of long and there are a lot of quests, a lot of things to do, and then I feel like at some point it's just you make a couple of quests and the main quest line progresses so fast that you find yourself almost near the end of the game. What a weird feeling. It's always like that with the video games and TV series, especially that's especially the case for TV series, and this is one of the reasons why I usually don't watch many TV series. There were a lot of cases when TV shows were just closed after one season. But even if they're not closed, you still find yourself in a situation where when the show ends, you feel some kind of an emptiness. And I had this feeling for a couple of times. Same goes for certain movies or TV shows and stuff. It's it feels pretty bad. I don't like this feeling, because you get used to a character, but then you end up in a situation where you need to say goodbye, and it's hard to say goodbye. I don't like such situations, you see. And in this case, it feels a little bit the same. It's like you need to say goodbye. I can't say it's something really bad, but it's not something good either. It can last forever, but at the same time, really, I can wait for some other opportunities, or if I say differently, I'm looking for playing other games. I was thinking about, for example, Assassin's Creed Black Flag and other games. But you see, it's a very weird situation. When you kinda want to finish the game because you want to do other things, but at the same time you like this game, you like the characters, you like the story, and you don't want to finish it. It's a... Oh my lord. There's problems. There are so many good games, but at the same time there are so few of them. Games like The Witcher or Red Dead Redemption, you feel sad when you finish them. And you see, with time there will be more games like that with deep stories. With time we won't only focus on TV shows or movies to or books to tell stories. I think the main difference and why I personally prefer video games over TV shows or movies, even though I still watch them sometimes, it's the fact that in video games you can control things. In a TV show you can't control anything, and I think it's well, apparently it's not a big problem for the vast majority of people, because I think there are still more people who watch some kind of movies or TV shows than play video games. But me personally, I like to participate in certain things. I like to observe people, their stories and stuff. And in a video game, they kind of force you to make a choice. Or you
Not
need
now.
to make a choice.
Watching for Nilfgaard's fleet.
Fleet? Oh, aye, they mentioned something. Nay, I've more important matters on my mind. By my calculations, today's the day Gevorg, the legendary white whale, will swim the waters of Skellige. Been waiting for this my whole life.
What's this whale about?
He's to appear when spectres descend from the heavens into the waves. The serpent wakes the sea's wrath, and an icy monster devours an isle. Be the first bard to compose a ballad about him.
Legends don't happen to mention a curse of the Black Sun, do they?
Black Sun? What are you on about?
Never mind. Let's watch for Gevorg together, and you can tell me what you know about any elven ruins in Skellige. Heard of some cavern no one's been able to enter?
Good thing, too. Elsewise, they'd have plundered it long ago like all the others.
Avend.
What?
I... Just wanted to assure you I only want to look around the cavern. It's research.
Research?
Writing an adventure novel. Gathering material for it.
Mean to write up the coming of the White Fleet? Prime idea. Mayhaps you could use my translation of the Song of Gilban and Dillion.
Gladly, gladly. So where's this cavern?
Gotta sail east from Kertrolde. Cavern's in a cove, only accessible from the sea.
So long, and good luck with the white whale.
It'll show today. I'm sure of it.
Sorry to disappoint you. You've missed it. Oh no, mouse again? What is this problem? Wow. I'm not sure why it happens. Especially that it happens randomly. It's not like I'll tap from the game. It really feels weird, well. If it's not game crashing, it's a mouse cursor in the middle of the game. In the middle of the game.
The king of the wild hunt sailed aboard the Naglfare, a giant longship that traveled between worlds. As Gels had advised, the Witcher set out to find the Sunstone, an artifact needed to draw Honorton into a trap.
From this day on, my home is yours. Come closer, stranger.
Greetings.
So long.
Some merchants want to play Gwen and some not. It depends on what.
I'd rather verify it now. Otherwise, I'll continue to wonder if he's not about to stab me in the back.
You've something of a persecution complex.
You needn't come with us.
I hadn't intended it.
Going somewhere?
Ciri says there's a site in Skellige we must examine. Avallac'h's clearly hiding something from us.
Earlier, when we were in the Isles together, Avallac'h mentioned a laboratory. At one point, he wished to teleport there, to retrieve something. and he refused to take me with him. It was all very strange.
Sufficiently suspicious, don't you think?
So what? Want to just sneak in and root around?
Exactly. Coming with?
Fine. Where is it?
On a small isle between Undvik and Speakerog.
Not exactly on our way. Just found out the Sunstone's on Ard Skellig. Cavern along the coast that we can only access from the sea. Gonna need some real magic to get in, too.
Go find this laboratory. I'll explore Ard Skellig. You can join me later.
Philippa, your eyesight. Only just recovered and magically simulated. Didn't you say you'd need some time to get accustomed?
Did I?
They're all so sassy. Sorcerers.
I'd forgotten how irritating she can be. Come, Ciri. We'll await you there.
Whoa, stop flexing like that, you're making me nervous.
Looky, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yes, Geralt?
So, there you were in Putrid Grove, and out of nowhere I show up. What did you think?
Honestly? Oh no, not him again.
Figured as much. You weren't easy to find, you know.
You'd recovered your memory, found Yennefer, so naturally, I thought the two of you...
But it turned out my amnesia changed nothing. Wanted to be with you, before, during, after, always.
I know that now.
She actually really used those earrings.
So long, Triss.
Not that I think about it. It's kinda unexpected.
Yes, Geralt?
Margarita any better?
I managed to accelerate tissue regeneration. She's feeling much better. In fact, we must bring Eredin here as soon as possible. Otherwise, I'm afraid these sorceresses of yours will start fighting amongst themselves.
What was that?
From the look of things, pretty soon Ciri won't need your help anymore.
Nor yours.
True. She'll do whatever she wants, and I'll support her. What about you? Ready to let her live her own life?
I shan't force her to do anything, if that's your question.
Charming world you and Elle have got. Could easily fall in love with the place. Tell me, how do you do it? Sit around playing flute, painting rutting unicorns in gorgeous landscapes, building ornately sculpted towers? And then you murder us, without batting an eye, without a hint of guilt. How?
Do you humans feel guilt when you murder Enshe elves? Or dwarves? Or dryads? We are the same. Simply because we both firmly believe others are inferior.
Tell me something more about Caranthir. Know him well?
Know him? I reared him.
Raised, don't you mean?
No, Geralt. I began shaping him long before he was born. For centuries, I brought together pairs of elves manifesting certain abilities, those able to manipulate time and space. He is the result of these efforts. Caranthir, a golden child. Golden child who grew up to be a criminal.
You imprisoned Ciri the first time you met her. Now you protect her while fighting against your own kind. Quite an about face.
First of all, I did not imprison her. She found me. It was her destiny.
Yeah, sure. Get to the second of all. Why are you helping her?
Because she's a danger. A mortal one. You look at her and see a human, a ward, a daughter even. I look and see the Elder Blood. A power that can destroy the world. A power that must be kept from Eredin's power-addled hands at all costs. Admittedly, our motives differ. Yet in spite of that, we share a goal. So, you would be wise to trust me. Or at least try.
so long.
Wow.
Look familiar. I have a wallet.
Thinking that they are inferior? I didn't have the feeling that, at least normal humans, there are humans that don't like dwarves, and they think that they're inferior, that they're non-humans and stuff. But there are a lot of adequate people and normal humans who think that dwarves are just like them. Just because they are shorter doesn't mean that they're anyhow different. They still do the same work, I don't know, study, marry, etc. Oh no, this is the wrong location, right? Yeah, this is the Philippa. Oh no, wait. No, it's not. My bad.
Remember?
So, any incriminating letters? Closets full of skeletons?
We've not even opened the door yet.
It's a highly complex magic barrier. Let's try.
Yata Ligen!
We've awoken the sentry.
I'll take care of it.
I should try to get through the barrier.
Pretty cozy. Doesn't look much like a lab at all.
That proves nothing. We must look around.
It's a bit low, isn't it? Rummaging through his papers.
You wish to come, my dear.
Portrait of Ciri, I think.
No, that's not me. Where's the scar?
It's definitely you. Really captured you. Sure Avallac'h's only interested in you for your magic abilities?
Very funny.
This art is not bad. I like it.
Look, Geralt. It seems someone was literally just here.
Avallac'h's on the ship. We know that.
What if he's not?
Stop. A distillate? Smells like...
Verbena.
Uh-huh.
Aha, what?
No, nothing.
Sometimes you really get on my nerves, you know.
Herbs. Not very incriminating.
Wait. We've not examined the entire laboratory yet.
Laboratory. Well, laboratory, if it should be laboratory, no? Well. Whatever.
Didn't know he had a sweet tooth. Feel like I've walked into somebody's bedroom.
Yen.
Genealogical chart of the Emhyr, the Elder Blood, from Laura Doran.
To me. You never showed me the full version. I had no idea Viedmont of Eden was an ancestor. Was he the one who punished his daughters with a hot iron? Or the one who had his own father's eyes gouged out?
Him of the daughters. My, even I'd never seen the full version. Seems Avallac'h has analyzed all the paths of Lara's gene, even those we thought extinct.
He's only analyzing? Really believe that? If he's anything like our mages, I seriously doubt he's standing back and observing how Laura's descendants are doing.
I don't think we'll ever know if or how deeply the elves have meddled in the gene's mutation.
Did you have a hand in what Geralt mentioned? The work of those human mages?
Of course not.
Let's look at his notes.
Gods. He spent over 2 centuries on this. He was the first to study Lara's gene. Volker? Some entries about Ciri, but it's here, later, that things get interesting. He actually tried to cultivate a genetic mix like Ciri's, but one excluding the human line.
Meaning what exactly? That I ought to be looking about for giant jars holding my siblings?
Don't be foolish. Avallac'h never got that far. Apparently all his experiments ended in failure. You are unique.
And that's why we've the Wild Hunt to contend with. Let's ferret on. See if we can't find something even more interesting.
Personally, nothing happens, okay. He got his own portrait here. Okay.
Someone's there, beyond the door.
Mirror standard. Might have expected a hidden portal. Elves sure know their fragrances.
How did you get in here?
Who are you?
Not your concern. Get out of here. Now. You? I remember you. From Tir na Liar. Remarkable. I thought all elves looked alike to those of your race. If it's Avallac'h you seek, he's not here. I know. And yet you come here. What for? To spy on him. He tries his damnedest to save you every time you do something stupid. Is that not enough? What can you possibly know about that? You'd be surprised. He's told me a great deal about you.
Like what?
He said you shed Lara's features. I don't see whatever it is he sees. It seems a bit like trying to drink water from a mud puddle. But I imagine that belief somehow helps him with his task.
What task?
Do you think he trails you everywhere for pleasure? Even I grow ill at the sight of you.
It's incredible how those like you still believe you're superior to humans, in any way.
She's no human. She's a degenerate half-breed. To have no choice but to use something like that, it's humiliating.
Another word, and I'll...
What? You'll change nothing. She must do what she must. then Avallac'h will finally be free of her. If he hates me so deeply, why didn't he tell me to my face?
Ciri, you didn't actually believe her, did you? She's personally involved in the matter, that's clear.
What of it? If they despise me so, they should leave me be.
Ciri.
What? Do you fear I'll level this place like I did Kaer Morhen? Shame I can't do that at will, because I'd really like to now. There, that's better. Let's get out of here.
What? I feel like I'm acting not based on my choices, but based on endings. And it's kind of funny and weird because the first time I played I actually ended up pretty badly. But it was maybe 5 or 6 years ago, so it's been quite a while, but still. Certain things have evolved, obviously, but it's still kind of funny.
Perhaps this was not a good idea after all. Must we return to the boat right away?
Something else you want to see?
Not here. On Hindersfjall. In Lofoten. I met a young man, Skjal. And I'd like... What is it?
Ciri, Skjal is dead.
The Wild Hunt. Everyone? No one survived?
Skjal died later.
You sure it was him? You'd met him?
I was there. I saw his body.
Will you visit his grave with me? I'd like to say goodbye.
I'll go with you.
Thank you. Could you open a portal to Hindersfjord?
I can.
Let's do this.
Come back soon, all right?
See you.
Let's look around. Should be a relatively fresh grave mound.
Thank you for coming. I detest graveyards, especially wandering them alone.
Let's look around together. Come on.
Lasse, son of Njord. Olaf, son of Over. Inga, daughter of Trotnir. Damn it. He's not here. Skjall has no grave. Geralt, I shan't leave until I bury him. Think, the body. What could have become of it?
They didn't burn it. Save that honor for kings and heroes. Doubt they left him in the garden, too.
Bastards.
What?
Beyond the village, there's a pit. They fill it with sheep taken by Blackleg. Crabs pick at their bones at night.
What are you doing?
What you should have done long ago. We're burying Skjall.
Burying Craven? You defy the right of the elders. Begone. Leave this place. You defile our laws.
We're not bound by them.
Aye, and you've clearly no respect for our customs either.
Craven's place is in the ditch.
Skjall saved your bloody lives. The Wild Hunt was after me. Had Skjall not led me away then, why they would have reduced Lofoten to ash.
What would the spectres be wanting of some lass who...
I am not some lass. And anyone who so much as touches this grave will learn that the hard way.
Aye. None will disturb it. Desecrating graves. Well, it's the only thing elders punish harder than fleeing the battlefield. And what you said. Can't know the truth of it. The gods will judge Skjall now.
We were right to come. I was deeply troubled. You've no idea.
Well, they shouldn't spit on his name anymore.
Let's go.
Back to the boat.
These quests are important for the ending, so you can. It's important the choices that you make in them. There are several endings for different characters, so or more like for different situations rather than characters. I will do something that you should never do. Do not repeat this at home. It was done by professionals.
My little Norgan's birthday tomorrow.
Or not. YOLO. Okay. Well. I need to go over... I think I'll take the bow. And I will go and meet Philippa, because there is a crossroad sign there, but because you haven't discovered it yet, you can travel there, so we have to do that by boat first.
Just wonderful.
I say, look at this.
Let's go. What now? Gonna grow yourself some new eyes, like Vilgefortz did? I remember the moment I killed him. Cultivation wasn't complete. They hadn't grown in fully yet. Looked disgusting, but...
I take it your mention of that deviant is purely coincidental.
Of course. Also heard of this rich blind dwarf from Mahakam. Had them put 2 sizable rubies in his eye sockets. Couldn't see a damn thing. But word is, it looked pretty tasteful. Hear that?
What is here? It's kind of weird and funny, I don't see anything here, but there is a random wraith here.
What did she just say?
You're not her type. hope you don't plan to muck about in this carrion now. We came here for a reason.
So how do we get up there?
The stairs? I'll fix them right away.
I feel like we need more games like this one. Some kind of a big lore, or maybe even the Witcher game.
Let's go.
Couldn't help notice the tension between you and Yennefer and Triss. It's very hard on Ciri, I think. There are times I doubt you three realize how it looks. Triss plays the big sister to Ciri, but eagerly awaits a chance to hop in bed with you. You and Yennefer play the parents.
Yeah, so if you're angling to make it a five-some, there's clearly no room.
Maybe even more Witcher games with these characters, because I feel like our wait is too long. It was released in 2015. Somehow, even though The Witcher 4 or the new Witcher game is in development, for some reason I doubt it will be released in the next a couple of years. So we'll have to wait, what, 2026, 2027, 8? Or maybe not, I'm not sure. And even if it comes out, based on what I've heard, it seems like it's not gonna be about Geralt. It will not be his story. It will be someone else. Maybe Ciri, maybe some random Witcher. No one knows. They said that the trilogy, Geralt's trilogy, is over. Which feels kind of weird. I mean, it's great, don't get me wrong. It's great that it will be about someone else. Oh no. No. Because you know, there is one main story about some character, let's say Geralt, right? It's great to have stories about other people, but I think the big problem is that because we don't have enough games about Geralt, we had only, what, these 3 games and that's it? No TV shows. Netflix started to make something, but I don't feel like Netflix is, I don't know, their TV show feels kind of weird with, as I said, their decisions, and Henry Cavill left the show. It feels weird. And so we didn't have enough creations about main hero, and we'll have about someone else. Which, as I said, it's fine. It's cool to have some random stories from the Witcher world, but in order to have that, we need some stories about the main character. I think the best example that I have, but it might be, it's actually the best example and the worst example at the same time. So we have Star Wars franchise, right? The main story is about a kind of the Skywalker family, the that way. The Anakin Skywalker and his son, and Luke Skywalker. Now, over the years, we started to have different, I don't know, cartoons. We started to have different. We even had 3 more chapters, even though they were not really about Anakin Skywalker and stuff. But it's fine, you see. I'm watching. Well, I was watching. I stopped for some reason, but I'll continue probably. I was watching Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the cartoon, TV show, what they call, whatever, however they call it. But not quite. So Star Wars actually got so big that now we have different TV shows, video games, movies and stuff, you see. And in order to feel kind of natural in the Witcher universe, we should have different creations as well. But I feel like, yeah, in the Star Wars we do not really focus on Anakin Skywalker. Maybe in the movie 1, 2, 3, and then we follow Luke more, but it still feels like we have more info about them. Maybe it's because it all started with books and I didn't read them and it feels like there is something missing. Maybe I need to complete it with books, but there are no TV shows about Geralt.
Given no choice.
I say, look at this.
What now?
It appears I must do everything for you. See the sentry who seems to be waiting for payment.
I'm fresh out of change.
Oh, in blood, not coin. The sentry is Fionn of the Elven legend. You literally read nothing.
It's even worse than Yennefer.
There you are.
These sorceresses, oh man.
Yennefer must have tremendous pull with the Emperor. to get him to guarantee the lodge's safety. What's your take on it?
My take? Obviously a leading question. No. Geralt, I'm tired. Let's sit and chat a bit first.
Is foreplay that important to you?
You'll get to work with the Emperor. Not excited?
No. I mean, yes, of course I am. Thus far, the Lodge has oft banked on weak rulers. It's been one of our biggest mistakes.
So you're impressed Emhyr keeps his mages on a short leash?
Yennefer's wise to keep you out of politics. I'm afraid you'd not realize which way the wind was blowing if you pissed straight into it.
You ought to talk to Yennefer. Painfully clear there's unfinished business there.
Yennefer's always walked her own path. I'm actually touched she decided to take an interest in matters of the Lodge this time.
You don't trust her. So once the hunt's defeated, leave. Find asylum elsewhere. I hear Redania's offering.
I'd sooner stick my head in a Zoogl's spiky orifice. Thanks, but I've other plans.
This deal with Emhyr. It's sorceress business. Pick someone else's brain.
So she's not told you anything? What about personal plans? Has she mentioned anything? A possible advisory position? Beside a young, promising Empress?
Stay away from Ciri.
She's an adult, Geralt. You keep forgetting. She can decide for herself. So, onward. Don't you think it's time you stopped interfering in Ciri's life?
No.
But you do know we're not a pack of wolves you can just drive away from her with your sword.
Sure you are. And yes, I can, if the need arises.
He's too sassy, too sassy. You see people like that in real life. The difference between a video game and a real life is that in a video game, characters, they don't age. And everything depends on the imagination of the creator, the author. In real life, there are people like that as well. Especially girls. Yet what happens is that in the vast majority of cases, they end up pretty badly.
There's something here. Feel it?
No, my medallion.
A ridiculous bauble. Don't make me laugh. Tuning into elven magic is just slightly more difficult than sniffing out a malodorous fiend. Watch this. Arahan Luma!
Lumos Maxima.
That means the Sunstone is here. Don't stand there looking stupid. Try to shift the mirrors.
See the way she speaks. This is a very bossy and arrogant way. In the vast majority of cases, people like her, they end up with nothing. Because clearly her character is awful and no adequate person will want to be with her. This is why she always ends up with either Radovid, who is completely mad, or Dijkstra, who is not far from madness as well, either. So, you know. People like that end up, you can be successful in your career, but be absolutely miserable in your life because you don't have any family or something like that. And people like her in real life, they don't end up good. And I can guarantee you that. I've seen people like that. Because who wants to be with such a person? Her personality is awful. It's just not attractive at all. You don't have to be a genius to understand that. Just need to speak with her a couple of minutes. I've seen people like that in real life. They are so... I got absolutely no respect for such people. But then again, does it even matter whether I respect such people or not? But it's still kinda, you know, it's interesting. Somehow, weirdly enough, I managed to avoid such people in my life. But I see a lot of people who end up in a relationship with such people. They think it's cool. To speak with them. To have a relationship with them. But what's the point of it? If you always end up breaking up with such people. Clearly it's super toxic.
Show me what you got.
Last.
Hand it over and let's get out of here.
Not so fast. We've a matter to discuss.
Let me guess. You gotta fly. You're about to tell me why you need the Sunstone so much more than we do. Then you'll change into an owl and whoosh.
No idea where you got such a ridiculous notion. Ciri's safety is most important to me now. But I wish to talk to you about the future. My future.
He's an opportunist? Opportunist? What's the... Opportunist. That's it, right?
You'll like Nilfgaard, no two ways about it. I recommend the fresh alpine air of Nazaire.
And Yennefer claims you have no sense of humor. Now listen carefully. Once we've defeated the hunt and Ciri is safe, Yennefer's meteoric rise at the Imperial Court will come to an abrupt end. Which is wonderful from my perspective. I'm not interested in reviving the Lodge if I'm not to have the deciding vote.
You're telling me this because...
If I know even one bit, I expect that once we've defeated the Wild Hunt, you aim to slip out the back door with Ciri. To disappear into the wilds, correct? All very romantic. But perhaps instead of destroying the girl's life, you could take Yennefer with you and go.
I'm with Chris, so
Chris might object.
Ah, yes. So give Yennefer some friendly advice, would you? She'll listen to you.
You want to take Yen's place at Emhyr's side.
And at Ciri's. I think you understand it's inevitable. And I would truly prefer Yennefer to be far away when it happens. Holding her in the Imperial dungeon would be costly. And it would give the wrong impression.
Any other words of wisdom, or can we go?
You may go. I know you've things to do. I will find my own way back.
Alright, I just like people like that. Really? I'm really lucky that I don't have such people in my entourage. No friends, no family members. I actually avoid people like that. Maybe that's my thing. I'm not holding dear to people just because of some memory or something like that. Because it's my childhood friend or something like that. I abandon people super easily. And that's what I see a lot of people are afraid to do that. And I guess that is my difference. I can easily abandon people, but not in a bad way. It's not because I'm such a bad person or something like that. I always kind of take as a principle, as I said, treat others the way you want to be treated. Clearly, I see that her vision of the world and her point of view, her ideals are different from mine. I would never speak with such people. And usually I don't need much time to see such people. And this is what is actually interesting and funny, because as I said, I've seen a lot of people who are in such kind of relationships, or they have friends like that, or family members, and I always wonder how it's so weird that people don't see it, that they don't abandon such people. Because in my opinion, if a relationship doesn't make you better as a person, any kind of relationship, not only a romantic one, but a friendship or a family relationship, then you should stop speaking with the person. Because as I said, the point of any kind of relationship is to make you better. It should be something positive. It should be a place where you want to come back. Even if it's your friend. If your friend is being toxic, sarcastic, if he or she is making some weird comments about you, and you ask him, hey, I don't know, John, could you please stop being sarcastic all the time about things that I do or something like that? Or could you please stop making your jokes? I don't like them. I find them offensive. And if he says, no, those are just jokes or something, you're overreacting, clearly he's not thinking about your feelings and how you see things. Because you ask him or her politely, could you stop it? He's not stopping. He's looking for some excuses or something like that, justifications. Well, it's like that, this is why I'm doing that, it's only a joke. Then if you feel that there's something wrong, then it means that there's something wrong. It's like in that saying in English. If it's too good to be true, then it probably is. So if you feel that there's something wrong, then probably there's something wrong. So if you feel like some kind of a comment
not bad.
Is toxic or negative about you, then probably it is. And you should stop speaking with such people. If you ask them politely, if you ask them normally, could you stop doing that? But they keep doing that. Clearly, they don't care about you. So in such situation, if your friend or your partner or your family member don't care about you, family members or the people different. I'm saying it in singular, but it should be in plural. If there are several people like that and they don't care about when you ask them to stop doing something, then clearly this person doesn't care about your feelings. And in such case, there is no sense to continue this. Because your real and true friend or partner or family member, they will care about you. They only wish you the best. This is why when you see such people and you feel that you find some, I don't know, let's say new friends or co-workers or something like that, you want to be friends and you feel that they're toxic or something like that, you should stop speaking with them. You should abandon those people. But it's not in a bad way. You don't have to make a quarrel or something like that. You should just stop speaking with such people. That's it. Same goes for family members. I've seen a lot of people who keep speaking with their family members while clearly they're being toxic and it's not working. And I find it weird that not a lot of people are actually able to abandon people. I mean, abandon is probably not the best word in this situation, but to stop speaking with such people, to clearly see when the relationship is toxic, and to make this kind of a strong decision and decide to stop speaking with such people or person. If he or she doesn't care about you, you shouldn't care about them as well. It doesn't mean, as I said, don't make any conflict. Just stop speaking with the person and that's it. And I got no difficulties to do that. And it's true that it's interesting to observe people. I like to observe people, and I find it interesting that for some people it's, you see how it really depends on background. For me, it's super obvious. If the relationship doesn't give you anything good, as I said, friendship, romantic relationship, family relationship, doesn't matter. You should stop it. Stop this suffering.
Maybe Lars will bring some hare hides back from the hunt.
My dad retail like you just for a day.
No tavern and no notice board. An interesting village. Wow.
Let me hold yours.
Well, I suppose I can start. I'm not sure I'll finish it. Maybe is there some kind of a side quest maybe to make it battle preparations? Secondary quest, Fists of Fury. Maybe a contract sale? Oh, there are a lot of contracts here. The Beast of Honorton. Let's make it maybe. The creature from Oxenford Forest. Velen. Let's make this contract and it will conclude part 21. 32. What am I saying? Are you drunk? Are you drunk? Clay Witch.
The king of the Wild Hunt sailed aboard the Nagel Fair, a giant longship that traveled between worlds. As Gels had advised, the Witcher set out to find the Sunstone, an artifact needed to draw Honorton into a trap.
think I remember this quest.
Must be Honorton, village from the notice. Except, it's awful quiet.
Oh no, okay, it's another quest.
Necrophages, great. Sight. Something evil's been here. Necrophages appeared after.
Where the cat and wolf play.
Sword wounds.
I remember this quest.
Fire still burning. This happened recently. Somebody's well off. Especially for Velen. A Leshen's head. Chopped off with a sharp knife. Well, well. Somebody beat me to it. Necrophages tore the body apart. Can't say what killed him, though. Cuts. Shallow, but each hit an artery. Blade pierced internal organs. Bolt snapped in half. Your head from my saddle. Blood. Mixed with something. Smell. Alcohol. Earthball. And wolfsbane. A potion. This blood didn't come from a peasant. Arm severed above the elbow. With one blow. Pitchfork. Dangerous weapon at close quarters. Imperial mustache, plump cheeks, important man. Cause of death, stab wound. Blade between the ribs, straight to the heart. Holding something. Silver chain, snapped, ripped it off someone. Something odd about this. Might find more clues in the village.
The very first time when I played this quest, no, the very first time when I played The Witcher, I didn't even know about this quest. I discovered it after playing maybe second, maybe even third time.
Not bad.
So, games like The Witcher, Red Dead Redemption, and maybe some others, I don't know all the games, I still haven't played them, I'll probably do that. But I can say that definitely about two games, so The Witcher 3 and Red Dead Redemption, you need to replay those games. It's like, I think the best actually, in The Witcher 3, the best option for you is to play it on an, I don't know, normal, easy normal, or difficult difficulty, and then choose very hard with the New Game Plus. Like that you can avoid doing it like me, installing the mod to have 3 points per level and have several pages. Though you can install several pages, but you can still make the New Game Plus with only one skill point per level. and replay the game, because it's really there are so many quests that you might miss because you do them as you saw with the quest. As we I had this problem with the what's the name of it, with the Euron, right, on Skellige. I decided to make his quest, but it was a little bit late. You see, I had a very specific time period. It should be done during the quest, before long, after long. Wait, the king is dead. Long live the king. And the final gambit. No. Whatever the name of that. The other quest, King's Gambit. King's Gambit. I think that's it. So you only have this very specific time stamps, and you need to do this quest with Euron in order to actually see his kind of fate, because in reality he should be killed. He's supposed to, sounds weird, but he will get killed. So that's the thing.
Died without a fight. Butchered.
This is why replaying this game, maybe changing certain things, like, I don't know, instead of siding with Dijkstra, you can defend Roach, or let Radovid win,
Got
or
sliced
something.
open. Probably died defending its owner.
It's true that it's pretty interesting.
First cut severed the aorta, second hit the femoral artery. He died quickly. Didn't put up a fight.
Replaying is actually important.
Damn it. A doll. And a child's footprints. Uh-huh.
And it makes you revisit this world, because I said there are not enough creations. The Netflix adaptation comes out, what, every 2 years, maybe even 3 years. The first season was released in 2019, then maybe 2021, and now 2023. So every 2 years. But it's kind of long, because you can watch those 6 or 9, 12 episodes. I don't remember how many episodes there are. In one evening, in one day.
Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you. Calm down. Just want to talk to you.
Leave me be! Killer! Murderer!
I got it wrong.
With cat eyes, same as him!
Same as?
Same as him! The bad man who killed everyone!
Did he have 2 swords on his back?
Not telling you nothing! Go away!
Huh. This doll yours, maybe?
It is?
He got a name?
Master Freckleface.
Pretty.
Give him to me. Please.
Doubt Master Freckleface would be much help on the path, so... here. Now, think you could tell me what happened here? I need to know.
All woods. They was haunted. Some spook. Uncle Silvermere said we best fetch a witcher. So one came. Looks like you, but there were evil in his eyes. He bore the spook's headset. Uncle Silvermere wasn't happy about something. He yelled and he cursed. And then he went to the barn and me go. I don't know why. And then he went that way, towards the circle where we leave gifts for the gods. I hid in the barn. Found this lying in the hay.
School of the Cat. Thanks. You've been a big help. What'll you do? Got any family around here?
Me auntie lives in Honorton.
I'll take you to her. But first I gotta see to this bad man. Stay put and keep quiet. Understood? Sit tight, kid.
I really like such quests.
If you went off towards the circle, that'd be the place to start.
They're kind of long, but at the same time there's a really kind of a story that develops and kind of deep quests. And this is a quest with a philosophical dilemma, yet another one. Because as of now, what we have discovered, it seems like another killer from the School of Cat. He came to the village and for some reason he slaughtered whole village, leaving only this poor girl alive. But you'll see that the reality is a little bit different, and it makes me think about that moment from the Bible where it says that you believe someone's, I don't remember where exactly, what, maybe in, I'm not sure, it was in Proverbs or Ecclesiastes or something. But the idea is that you believe someone's version, it might sound logic, until you hear his, I don't know, whatever, opponent, friend, or another person, until you hear another version of the story. The kind of it might complete or might completely change your, it might complete the story, or it might completely change your point of view on this situation. So it's very interesting, and it's exactly like that, you see, because as of now it feels like, especially knowing Letho, how he kills people easily for money. So as of now it feels like we'll have to deal with it and kill someone. Or
the stone circle. Need to look around.
What to do in this situation? Except killing him, right?
Palm print in blood. Had his hand on his wound. Slipped and leaned on his hand to catch his balance. Footprints. Barely visible. Must be him.
Cat and wolf play.
Blood. Still fresh. He's close.
But have to avoid them.
Saddle.
Well, well, small world.
You lost something.
Come all that way to give me my medallion? Thanks. Craft Solidarity's alive and well.
But our craft's reputation is on its last legs. Folk won't easily forget that massacre.
Occupational hazard. Could have happened to any one of us. Well, what are you still doing here?
I want to chat first, then we'll see.
Take a seat.
I'll stand. Now talk. Honorton, what happened?
Come on, you know what happened. Know what they wanted to pay me for the lesson? Go on, guess.
Not in the mood for guessing games.
I knew you were no fun the minute I saw you. 12. Understand, pal? 12 fucking crowns. Barely covers my potion ingredients.
What had you agreed to?
That several times over. But when it came time to pay up, you know the routine. Oh, good sir, me young'uns are starving. There's a war on. Gods have mercy. Show some pity.
Rings a bell, but that's no reason to kill.
I'm not finished. Told them I wouldn't show pity. That if I didn't see gold, they'd wish they had the lesson back. They got these grim looks. Then the alderman spoke. Calm now, Master Witcher. Me and the lads, we hid some gold in the barn, so's the Baron's men wouldn't take it. Come, you'll get your coin right quick. I fell for it, like a fool. One of them chattered on while another jabbed me in the back with a pitchfork.
How the hell did you survive that? Pitchfork wounds are bad. Know that all too well.
I turned at the last instant. Prongs went in shallow, at an angle. Missed my lungs. I admit, I lost my temper. Lost it bad. I'm used to shit bounties, to the cheating, to them begging me for help and then spitting as I pass. But murder me? Just to save a few crowns? I'm supposed to protect Horsens like that? So I drew steel, and didn't sheathe it till the ground was slick with blood.
The girl. Why'd you spare her?
'Cause... it doesn't matter.
Wouldn't have asked if it didn't. Talk.
Reminded me of my sister. How I remember her from... just before they took me away to the School of the Cat.
How is she now?
Died about 10 years ago. Of old age. Well, we've had our little heart-to-heart. Witcher to Witcher. What now?
A lot of innocents died in that village.
Yeah, they did. My fucking bad. Got carried away.
Not the first time either, right?
Wanna kill me, Wolf? Fine. Draw your blade. Don't force me to confess.
Take care now.
That's it? Not gonna lecture me? Make me promise to mend my ways?
They call me the Butcher of Blaviken, for good reason. I know how it is. Sometimes heads just roll.
Wait. I'm no cheap prick like those hayseeds. I owe you something. Here, directions to my stash. Take what you want.
Thanks.
No, thank you. Good luck on the path, Wolf.
You see a very interesting situation indeed.
Should get back to the kid before something else sniffs her out.
And what are you supposed to do in this situation? Should you kill him? He might be a bad person, definitely. He killed a lot of people, first of all. And he might be a bad person because, I mean, School of Cat is not really known for good things. But let me tell you something. If you agree to do something, right? If you want to hire someone to repair your, I don't know, toilet or whatever, your PC, the person comes, repairs your PC, and then your toilet or whatever, and instead of giving him money, paying as you agreed, as it was obvious, no one comes and works for free. You can do that alone or ask your friends to repair it for free. But if you hire someone, you should pay him. We all have different jobs. So his job is to repair stuff, and your job is to do something else. So should you completely abandon the payment just because you something, I don't know what? Then you should have not even ordered the repair. And it's really an awful thing to do, to first ask someone to help and then act like, well, no, I'm sorry, I don't have any money. But not only that, because I'm not sure he would have killed them if they simply said we didn't have any money and stuff. He said, yeah, I might be angry and stuff, but witchers are not really known for slaughtering whole villages. But they decided to cheat on him and decided to kill him. He did his job. They didn't want to pay. He said, don't make me angry. And they said, okay, we have some money hidden. And they decided to kill him. So, can we blame this witcher for such a reaction? He should have probably not killed those, I don't know, women and children or something. Or if there are even children here, except that girl. So it's definitely bad. But at the same time, they were trying to kill him. And the situation is truly awful. I don't know. Like, if you need to choose between two evils, between killing him and not killing, I think not killing is the most correct one. Because if he'd slaughtered them without any reason, I'd understand that. But not only they didn't want to pay, but that was not the main reason. They decided to kill him. What should you do in this situation? What is the solution? I don't know what's the solution. Probably killing everyone is bad, but...
You're back! I thought you'd not return. That he'd hurt you too.
I'm fine. And you don't need to worry about him anymore.
So you'll take me to my auntie's? It's awful here.
Sure thing. Let's go.
Think I could ride on your shoulders?
So long as you promise not to pull my hair.
I promise.
Then hop on up.
Auntie Lucy!
Millie, what are you doing here, you naughty girl?
'Cause back in the village, there's no...
I'll explain. You run along and play a bit, all right? There was a massacre in Honorton. No survivors. Well, except her.
Gods, what happened? A bandit attack?
You could say that. You'll look after her?
Truth be told, you'd do better to take her with you.
Funny. Used to be folk were afraid we'd take their kids.
Used to be folk weren't so in need. Got 4 of me own grandkids. Used to be 6, but we buried 2 last winter. Hard to live off naught but bark soup.
Take this. Use it for food, and only food. If I come back and see you drinking...
So much. The gods reward ye, Master Witcher, 1,000 blessings.
I'll make a massacre as well.
Time I was on my way.
No. But why?
Witcher's lot in life. Always on the road, on the path.
Will you come back and see me sometime?
Hope so. Take care, kid.
Millie! Come, child. We'll buy a bit of flour. Your aunt'll whip up some pancakes. Sound good to ye?
Complete misery. Velen is truly an awful place.
I saw you at the scene.
And that's it. The end of part 32. And I will continue very soon with this quest and some other Witcher contracts probably, and then I'll do the main quest. That's it.